Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pastor Kim's Corner. And you know exactly who I am, Pastor Kim. So, on today, I want to talk to you a little bit about my keto journey. I started keto shortly after, I started keto after Thanksgiving, and basically, I have been cutting back tremendously on my carbs. I know keto is a no carb diet, but for someone like me who eats carbs constantly, I just cut myself down to a maximum of 100 carbs a day. And I know that may seem like a whole lot for some people, but let me give you an example. Like one day I went to Dunkin' Donuts to get a coffee, and I normally would get a sour cream donut, which I did. But when I looked at the carbs, because I'm using my Fitness Pal to count my calories and carbs, the sour cream donut is 47 carbs for that whole donut. So I didn't eat it because I knew that if I did, that would take up more than half of my carbs. Well, just about half of my carbs for the day. So, like I said, I try to limit myself. Doesn't mean that I have to eat up 100 carbs. If I can get away without eating any, then great. My situation is if I know that I'm going to do keto, then I have to find two alternatives. Number one, a snack alternative because I'm a snacker. I'm at the laptop, snacking. So, one of the major salt alternatives, salt crunchy alternatives, is of course pork rinds or pork skins. They have absolutely no carbs at all, so you could eat those all day, every day. But yeah, so that's my salt snack. Also popcorn, and if you buy the skinny popcorn, which I do have some of that, that's a good alternative too for a low carb snack. Because sometimes, we want the snack, but sometimes you just want that texture, the crunch. So popcorn is crunchy. Surely the pork skins are crunchy. The other thing that I need is I need a sweet substitute because candy is loaded with sugar, candy, cookies, so those things are high in carbs. And so if I have a craving for those things, then, I'm going to need to have a viable alternative if I'm going to be successful. So I've been looking at some bread recipes and some snack recipes, which I will be presenting for the new year. I have to go to my doctor at the end of January, and we'll see what happens there. I, for fact, know that I have lost some weight because on New Year's Eve, when I went to church, I was able to get into a dress that I previously couldn't get into. In the summertime, I bought several things from ASOS. I had an ASOS haul, and I couldn't wear everything in the ASOS haul. I was not able to wear this particular dress, which is a 3X. And lo and behold, something just urged me to try it on New Year's Eve. So I tried it on, and lo and behold, it fit. I was in such a shock. I mean, I was like, whoa, like sometimes you just need that first burst of energy or that first push. So I'm like, okay, I haven't even been on keto that long, like from the end of November till now. And I've been probably cheating a little bit. I've been mindful of carbs, but I haven't been 100% below 100 carbs. And I mean, putting it into my Fitness Pal, I know for a fact that a couple times I went over. So yeah, so I was still just in complete shock, but it was a happy shock. So I'm like, okay. So I was like, okay, well, let me keep going. So I'll find out exactly how much I've lost at the end of the month when I go back to my doctor. But in the meantime, like I said, I'm going to be making some keto recipes, some keto bread, some keto snacks, some keto meals so that if anybody wants to join in with me, you can pick up on these recipes and let's see how it goes. So my first recipe is it's called low carb sausage, egg, and cheese bites. And I got this. I just met this person, as a matter of fact, a couple of days ago. This person's channel is called, her channel is called A Little Fish in the Kitchen. A Little Fish in the Kitchen. So I'm going to put a link in my description. I haven't made it yet, so I'm going to make it now. And of course, I'm going to, put my own twist on it. But I will let you know, and I'll go through the process and we'll see what happens. So let's get ready for the low carb sausage, egg, and cheese bites.